Here we are, going live for a little spicy Bitcoin content. That's right. Uh, I loaded the stream up earlier.
That's
while I
right.
was pumping.
Uh,
Oh God. Whoa, that was something. Probably these tabs open. All right, loaded the stream up. Hopefully the audio is okay. Open the stream up. Bitcoin reached up to 30.4K, breaking past its high just 2 days ago. I've got a lot of really interesting things to show you today. Hopefully Bitcoin keeps pumping. It's looking all right here. Just zooming into the most recent price action, you can see I have 99 plus alerts that went off. Had to go live. We don't usually go live Saturday, but F it. Zooming in here, we're looking, basically we hit this 30.4, we pulled back to just about 30K, and now we've seen that sell-off retrace right now while we're live to the 618. This is probably today's goalpost. If we can break above this, preferably in this hour, I think we're going to see a higher high today. And if we don't, likely I would say we're going to have to wait until Monday, but things can get really spicy really fast. So I wanted to go live, even if the curse of us going live stops Bitcoin in its tracks, as it's done many, many times in the past. Really quickly, I wanted to show you guys some cool stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have already seen it, but there's time to follow me on Twitter still. By the way, really quick, guys, smash the likes and subscribes. Pinned to the top of the chat is our newest. It is our second ever in almost 5 years on YouTube. Long form video, highly produced, and it is made to be a fair review of exchanges. It's not a shill. It's not an ad. It's just a piece of content to help you guys make a decision of what's best for you. Also, Femex, our sponsor, links in the video description below and in the chat. Sign up using my link, get some sweet bonuses. Trading fees, they're a great exchange. They're also included there in the review, so you can get a little information on them as well. And no, I didn't just say Femex is the best because they're our sponsor. You'll have to watch the video to find out. Watch that after the stream. Watch the whole thing. Leave a comment, likes, you know the deal. Okay, out of shilling. So, cool stuff I wanted to show you here while Bitcoin takes a breather. Gold. Gold actually is sold off, but yesterday we had an alert. Gold traded up to 2K. Fell back down, retracing almost all of its gain from the 20th, but holding on to that low, and gold does look primed. I think we said this earlier this week. Gold looks like it wants to move to a new all-time high. Pretty wild stuff. Gold breaking a new all-time high has giant consequences for the market, which we're not going to get into right now because we got other stuff to look at. Bitcoin, you guys have also seen, if you follow me on Twitter, some posts about Bitcoin against other currencies. Well, Bitcoin right now, today, hit a new all-time high, breaking 2022's high of 8,500,000 something Turkish lira, setting a new all-time high today. Pretty spicy stuff. It does kind of put things into perspective for Bitcoin. We look at Bitcoin typically in dollars, but we have to understand that the entire world does revolve around dollars, but not maybe in the way we think in the US. Many other places are suffering from hyperinflation or devaluing of currency, and that's what Bitcoin's made for. And as those currencies devalue, the proposition value of Bitcoin becomes more apparent to different groups of people around the world. In fact, I would say if I were living my life with Turkish lira, there would be no reason I would avoid Bitcoin. It would make much more sense than keeping my dollars in lira. But that's pretty spicy stuff. We did see the Venezuelan dollar, of course, which is really hyperinflating, break past all-time highs pretty much over just consistently over the last few years. Hasn't really stopped. But this one just went off. I think that's pretty cool to watch, or pretty cool to take a peek at. Let's see really quick. 100,000, that's probably not a bad call for that. A nice psychological level before it takes a breather again. Let me see a really big measured move. Do a little moon math here on the lira. 160, 250, that'd be cool. That'd be something, but not quite ready to call that yet. I'd like to see Bitcoin in dollars make a little more progress to the upside. So I'll say for now, my upside target probably sitting just under 100,000 lira, or a million lira. Man, these digits are hard. Spicy stuff. In addition, total crypto market cap. You guys know I love the total crypto market cap metric. Despite Bitcoin dominance showing all kinds of strength. You know, I'm going to turn on some tunes. Bitcoin dominant total. Finally following up with that strength, matching, I would say, Bitcoin dominance and maybe even Bitcoin USD itself. The 200 week right here. So there is some warning today. God, this player isn't going to work. I'm just going to pull up something on YouTube to play. Um, this is not a drill. Things are spicy. However, we're at a little risky point. If you, again, on Twitter, I was saying earlier, taking some profits, I don't think that's a bad idea. And when I say take profits, that doesn't mean jumping totally out of a position. It means looking to lock in something. Maybe looking again to re-enter lower, as that usually does happen, at least over the last few years. Let me see. Is this music on? Cool. You can't hear it. I wonder. I messed with the audio settings earlier. You guys might not be able to hear my desktop sounds, which actually isn't a big deal. I'll fix that for the next stream. So just I have music. Haha. This is a little bit of a caution here. So we're seeing some really nice pumps, and I will say the market, said this last stream, showing some interesting stuff. We're seeing coins kind of just pop off out of nowhere. We're definitely going to look at Solana next, but I said keep an eye out for other things. Likely in crypto, we see kind of a cyclical or wave pattern of pumping where one coin will run, it'll sell off, and we'll see something else pop up. So I said keep your eyes peeled for some really good entries, but also look to lock in profits on those if you catch the pump before it happens. And total crypto market cap here really reflecting that. Moving right back to the 200 week. If we look at Bitcoin, high above the 200 week, looking solid, much more solid than total. God, I can't get this volume right. But total right here. So what that's showing me or telling me is, as a whole, the crypto market cap is definitely up against resistance. So we could have a few possible playouts here. We could have alts that are pumping now retrace. We could see Bitcoin continue, Bitcoin dominance continue as well. That would line up pretty well with what we've seen. And that would likely play with total well here. Total may move down while Bitcoin moves up and dominance move up. Or potentially, it's hard to call this because we've seen so much sideways. Honestly, total has been in the exact same range all year since early January, right around $1 billion to $1.2 billion mark, about a 20% range. Total may then retrace here. What was it saying? Retrace here, yeah. Or we could, yes, the hard to call thing, maybe everything just starts running. I don't know. That seems to be the kind of harder bet. I do have a poll going now, guys, with what do you think we see first? Do we see a new yearly high, or do we see Bitcoin trade below 28K first? Definitely want to know your thoughts. Please vote in the poll. Continue to smash the likes, the subscribes. We got 250 watching. I'm going to jump into the chat in just a minute. Let me get through kind of more of these alerts really quick. So Solana, did look at this again last stream, looking really good. Looking really good. Now, I would caution anyone about looking to market order in, as I always do, on big green candles, trading at about $30, not quite hitting a new yearly high. That's not going to happen until 32.60. Our wick high from July might be a good place to lock in profits. That's about a 10% move to the upside from here. We are Saturday. It's weird. I don't usually stream Saturday. Actually, looking left, this looks like a much more significant resistance than I thought. Saturday, I'm not used to that. We have a day and 5 hours for this weekly close. Solana closing up here is a very strong close. Honestly, looking really anything above 26 or 27.50 would be a solid range. There is a day to go. That's plenty of time. If we zoom down to lower time frames, this thing does look pretty beastly. Setting nothing really but higher lows, relatively flat top here, and we are looking to retest that flat top, and maybe we even are right now. What wouldn't surprise me on Solana is to really follow this trend. We may see a slightly lower high, double top, maybe even top out at 30.50 before moving back down to, as you can kind of just eye this little trend line here, maybe around $25 before looking to retest it again. This would be the slow burn up. This would be in the scenario I described just a minute ago, with total selling off at that 200 week, with Bitcoin probably continuing to the upside. Alt's taking a breather, dominance rising. So I will say Solana has been good to us. We've had a lot of solid long plays off of it very recently. If we look at this really busy chart here, we kind of longed almost every single support on the way up, including the way too rushed, not patient long here, and it's kind of just blown past. It's looking good. From the retracement of 32 down to the low of 17, we have broken past the 618. We have broken past 786. We're in deep retracement territory, and typically markets do look to continue the trend when this happens. So a touch of 32, like I said, probably likely. I'm not sold that it's going to keep going, but for now, hats off to Solana, man. Another one you guys are looking at and ask about quite often, which I don't have pulled up here. Link finally doing something. Not get super hyped yet mode, but getting very close, you guys. I had to go live today because I feel the spice. I have a little dopamine again. I forgot what this feels like. We had been looking at this long 2-year broadening wedge on Link. I'll get rid of everything here. Our lows coming down, our top again flattened. And we said this, what we're looking for is the broadening falling wedge pattern, which is going to be signaled by a higher low. You see, we drew this out a long time ago. This potentially we discussed as our higher low at about $6. We said basically we're just looking for a test of the range high again. We are right now at the range high. Now it has not broken the absolute range high, which is like 950, but we're up there again. So what we could see is one of two scenarios, the pop breaking that high, coming back down to test it as support, or potentially holding on to this low, moving back down again in a retest. Both of these would be very much what I would expect from this chart. If anything here, again, I would say I'd more likely be looking to take profit on a long than opening along here, potentially even hedging a short could be done. And in that spirit, I will share with you the small changes I've made to my trades if I didn't close them. Here we go. On FAMX, our sponsor, my favorite exchange, one of them. That ape long, which I was not feeling great about last stream, now up 40%, realized $42 in profit, unrealized 72. Not a big position. The monster Bitcoin long, now $4,000 in unrealized profit, just under $3,000 in realized. Where's this bad boy? And these older trades, well, I guess not older, some of them. This was a little bit over 1 Bitcoin long from 27,000, and this was about a quarter of a Bitcoin short from 30.3. You can see I shaved off some of this short today. Or not today. Sorry. I did that earlier. I shaved off some of this long earlier today, down from 1 Bitcoin to about 8.85. And basically, this is what I'm looking at. I opened at 30.3, and I am looking to maybe add a little bit because I closed a little bit down here on this retracement. Looking to add that back at 30.3. I added that, unfortunately, too late today. And adding a little bit heavier at 30.55 or 30.6. This is kind of what I'm seeing from a few things. One, 30.3 was a major resistance throughout this year, and we really were waiting for it to be tested again. We finally got it. 30.6 is a little bit older, and I think most people kind of lost sight of 30.6, also being a major point of rejection or reversal. And we can, originally we were seeing this, I'm pulling up the liquidation map. We're seeing it on the liquidation map. Huge amounts of shorts were there. That's no longer the case. Turns out that reading these liquidation maps backwards seems to be more successful right now. I used to be of the mind that if there were lots of liquidations in one direction, that's where the market went. But that seems not to be true over the last few months. Before we rallied here, we were seeing the opposite. No. As we rallied up to this point, we saw very few short liquidations up to this point, and we had a ton of longs. And before that, it was in the opposite direction. When we fell from 31, we had a ton of shorts to be liquidated higher and not so many longs lower. So it does seem now, I guess, at least for the moment, maybe it's a fleeting correlation, that the market is not liquidating positions the way that I guess I had observed or expected in the past. So I'm going to keep continuing kind of eyeing this. We see not a lot, maybe 200 million all the way up to 33.1, breaking a new all-time high this year. Not all-time high, yearly high. And 400, that's just on Binance. 1 billion down to about 28.2. It seems to be working inversely. I don't know. When we go to the heat map, this is kind of where I was looking at this 30.3. So zoomed in, we can see the wick on the 16th really took out shorts here to the T, right up to the exact point of 30.7. We do see a little bit jumping in at 30.2. I guess liquidation map doesn't have it as much. It more comes down to this. So if we look on perpetual exchanges, what we see is the wick high on the 16th went pretty, well, significantly higher than some exchanges, but we didn't break it here today or a day ago. So we had our highest point on the 16th, and we've set lower highs for now on the way up. If we look at spot, we have the opposite story. And this is kind of why I'm looking at that 30.6, because spot hasn't hit it yet. This is Coinbase. That wick only brought us to 30K. I think it was yesterday or the day before on the 20th, brought us to 30.2. Today we're at 30.3. And so basically looking at these perpetual exchanges hitting 30.6, I would be surprised to not see spot hit that. What I kind of think here is if we have a bearish scenario, if we're not going higher, what we'll likely see is spot tap out at like 30.6, matching the high on many perp exchanges, while the perp exchanges don't. I have noticed that when we get really volatile moves, the perp exchanges tend to kind of put in lower lows, higher highs that spot then slowly moves towards. It's kind of my bet here. You can find that on almost any perpetual exchange. It's pretty consistent. Something really interesting I wanted to share, and then I will get to the chat. Fear and greed. I have been shitting on the fear and greed for a while now because it's seemingly a useless metric, because it's been just at 50 forever, for weeks, for months. It's been just at 50 kind of. Today, or yesterday's close, we saw the first real movement of fear and greed. It's moved up to 63 from the 50 baseline we've been seeing for months. And zooming out, we can see that's getting close to the highs in June and April. However, still a lower high while price is really flirting. We're at 30.3, and 31 is what, a 2% move, 2.5% move. So 2.5% move back to the highs where we saw fear and greed hit its highest points this year. I'm not really sure if that's useful or valuable trading metrics, but I'm just keeping an eye on it, sharing with you guys kind of what I'm observing. Funding rates look pretty gorgeous on this pump, not gonna lie. We see both USDT and coin margin contracts in the negative, and you know I love to see coin margin in the negative. I'd hope the next predicted funding get a little deeper. USD as well. Binance remaining just under neutral, but still slightly negative. This is fuel for a squeeze. I'd prefer not a squeeze. I'd prefer a real spot-backed pump, as squeezes tend to return to their medians very quickly. That's what we've seen. All right. So I got through the stuff I wanted to share, and of course, Bitcoin was kind enough to do nothing while I did it. Last thing, GBTC. On Friday, I closed at the highest point, so GBTC putting in the highest 2023 price on Friday. Going to be an interesting open. This is quite an open. What we've seen on, or quite a close, what we've seen on some of the major moves, I talked about this recently, was gaps on GBTC. Whether it was a dump, pretty much every major dump has started with a gap. And that's pretty true of the pumps as well. When we see kind of these falling patterns, we gap to the upside, and that does seem to be when we start seeing moves of continuation. That premium is coming into alignment, and I've been saying when GBTC's premium reaches that of basically zero, parity with Bitcoin, that's likely going to be when Bitcoin sees the big moves, the big ones. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Where's the link? Where's the chart I started with? Here we go. It's on Sol. Let's go back to the corn, and I'm going to read the chat. There we go. Right to the 618. This was kind of the threat here. What we do potentially see, though, is on Coinbase's exchange. Bull flag. I don't trust it. I don't trust it an inch. All right. I'm going to pull up the chat. What are you guys feeling? Let me finagle this around. 400 viewers. I love it. I love it. It's Saturday. We didn't have our Friday stream, so we're having our Saturday stream. Popping it out. If you're here today, put something in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to read the participants first, see who's here, give you a little time to say hello, and then I'm going to scope what you're feeling. What's up, Jorn? How you doing, brother? Bulldog Jr., Crypto Sharknado. You asked for a live. You got it. Full DGen mode. Gasper, Kovacic, Jonathan Schaefer, Lee Cable, loading name, Brian Svedinson, chip off the old blockchain. I like that. Barry the Rave, Jordan. Ooh, man, Essence. They're loading in faster. Expandable Youth. Magnus Larson. Maxo. Meaningless. M Ninja Forf. Money-minded Mr. Jake the Snake himself. MRF, Nicholas Horak, Nicholas Ramju, Patrick Lishman, how you doing, dude? Prolific, rolling them joints, I love it. Pulsar's Redman, Reynolds Heavy Duty, Ricardo Ruvalcaba, Roland Rodriguez, Savage God Co, Scotty Never Peas, Scully, what's up, man? Social Missionary, Solar Miner, Stephen Young, Stick BR, Surf Ocean, Sven, T-Friend, The Goat, the JD Club, Pickle, my man, Tillin, Tito, Tom G, Worst and Bruges, Zoom Out and Smiling Monkey. If I missed you, it's because you put something in the chat for the first time while I was reading. What up, guys? What up? Delinquent, how you doing? Toasted. Saturday. I'll be toasted after this. What's up, Mike? Guten Abend, Zusamen. I hope I didn't just say something terrible, but Guten Tag to you. What's up, Hodl Crypto? What's up, bros? Did I check Tron? No. But I will check Tron. I haven't looked at Tron and I've wanted to. Hey, brother. What's up, FTU Ninja? Oi. What are you guys feeling? Good evening, Billy. How you doing? Ravolian. Pre-sale gang, says Crypto Be Well. Vegas Inu token. That sounds like a great way to lose money, my friend, but who am I to tell you what to do? I don't do that here. I just share what I'm doing. End my suffering. Keyman. Tom the man. You're the man. You say my name when no one is around you. Ray Taylor. Say my name when no one is around you. That's right. Render. All right. I was looking for what? 225 on render? Pull it up. What was it? Render. Tron. We'll look at Tron. Tron. What up, Sumanth? How you doing? Captain Gary. Wursten Brudge. I don't know how to say it, man. What's up, Quicker? Stealth EDC. What up? Love EDC, man. Playing it in my... Oh. I just figured out why the sound isn't working. It was muted. Look at that. All right, let me get these tunes on. But I want to see what are you guys looking at? What charts? What coins? How are you feeling? Are you feeling bullish? Are you feeling? Do you not believe it? Do you think this rally is gonna be sold? That'll be the next. That'll be the next poll here in a minute. What are you doing this weekend? All the goodies. All right, how's these tunes? Volume. Give it a few seconds. How's that volume? Let me know. Please look at Soul 5-day. We did look at Soul. We could probably look at some Soul more though. Put it up there. Put it up there. Oh man, I was just kind of talking bullish stuff on TRX. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we got Render, Tron, Soul. What else do I want to look at? You're late. Let's go, Gina. What's up, Ace of Hearts? Beft up. Good morning to you, man. Meaningless. You're not meaningless. You are meaningless. You're not meaningless. Tony C feels bearish. That's all right. Optimistic 32K. Let's go. Wouldn't it be awful, guys, if we moved to 32K and then just dumped? Wouldn't that be just the worst? Don't wish it into existence. Prophet Bears following Jesus. Yeah, we I have no other comment other than Jesus. What's up, Vincent Vega? How are you feeling, dude? You've been here for years. What's your outlook? Tom play What Is Love? Can't. I wish. It's copyrighted. Possibility of a short trade in Bitcoin, brother? Absolutely. Absolutely. At the beginning of the stream, maybe 5 minutes in, talked about the changes to my trades. I can go over that again in a little. Cass and AVAX. All right. I don't think AVAX has done anything unless I forgot to set alerts, but I can pull up Cass. Soul, we're going to look at Soul next. Yep. Ooh. Cass following the trade. Not bad. I know people are looking at Soul, so we'll look at Soul probably first out of these. Just want to get a vibe. What's up, Air Jordan? You think they're going to dump now? Market PTSD. Stephen Young, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Poll has almost 400 votes. 73% of us think 31K. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but ooh, that makes me nervous. Vote in this poll really fast if you haven't. I'm going to close it and start another one. While you're at it though, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. I promise not to beg you the entire stream, but it does matter when you engage with the stream, chatting, voting in polls, liking, sharing, subscribing. Those things do matter. It's how YouTube basically judges content and says, is this worthy of showing to new people? High engagement equals more new people. All right, moving on. Disbelief. You know what? I want to put up the poll now. Putting up the new poll. How do you feel? all caps, how do you feel about the crypto market right now? Nervous. Nervous about this pump. Not gonna lie, guys, that's a totally reasonable feeling. Be honest. No one else will know what you voted unless you share, but be honest with yourself. Nervous about this pump. Let's say euphoric. Let's go. Euphoric. Do I know how to spell? Euphoric. No, I don't. Neutral. Nervous, neutral, euphoric. So are you a little afraid? Do you not feel anything? Or do you feel really good? Do you feel like this is it? New poll. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. Brand new. Trying to play it cool. This belief phase could be. But if we all think that, then it probably isn't. Something about it. Betting drops slowly. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. At the start of the stream, I did say, basically, where does this keep going? There we go. I did say we're approaching the 618. If we reject there, probably getting a chiller rest of the day and Sunday. However, I didn't even note this. We did hit the 786, so actually, we may have some spicy here. Interesting. Interesting. Let's get rid of a lot of this. We hit the 786, and I want that one. And then from our low to that 786, we can see we've retraced. Let's go back to this. This is what we were looking for. We have retraced back down to the 618. So actually holding right here could be a pretty interesting trade. I don't like the risk to reward here because I really want to pull it down to a lower low. It's already, it's only 0.4%. So we'd have to actually just have a higher upside. Let's say 30.6 because that's really where I was looking. All right. I think a better entry likely would be at like just 30 flat. But when we stream live, you got to make the content more spicy, right? It's got to be more in real time. So there we go. There's a little theoretical trade setup. Remember, guys, I get it wrong. I do share my trades with you guys. I do make the trades live. I don't hide my losses. I don't understand, what that would accomplish. I don't need to fool you guys into thinking I'm better or something than I am. Because if that's the kind of content you're looking for, you're just a future wrecked person anyway, and you're not going to stick around. We'll get into the alts. Just to recap, I did close a little bit of my long, a little bit more. And I did place some limit orders for shorts, and those are at 30.3 and 30.6. I am remaining net long, though. These aren't too bad. Almost $1,000 realized on the long, 200 realized on the Pepe short, and about 100 on the Bitcoin short. This is really just a hedge against my long, though. I'm not really looking to close it in profit necessarily. And then, of course, the ape long, 40% up. The monster long, 500% up. Those are old news, though. Yep, there we go. I wonder if this is actually going to be it. Let me add better entry. Yeah, better entry, probably. LMAO. All right. All right. Going back to the chat, got distracted. SEC dropping the case. Guys, share your thoughts on that. I heard that and I think that's good, but XRP, I have been saying the chart is much more bullish than I expected for months. It just has this XRP just has this history of really getting people wrecked trying to trade it. It has these crazy pumps that just seem to sell back off. It doesn't ever really seem to break its low, which is why I'm more bullish on the chart than many. It's held its low, kind of like Litecoin. But the news on it, I think it's a trap a lot of the time. Just be careful. Just be careful. We roll into the next bull run. Hell yeah, Frank. Happy Saturday, Steven, to you, my friend. Burnin' all illusion. I don't know what that means, but all right. Eliant Armijos. Love your energy. Love your energy. Crypto Demos. 30.9. Next level resistance. Fair enough. Polkadot Cisco Kid looks like crap. It has. Unless that's changed. I could probably look at it. Jacob Sheldon, what did you call? Looks like you called the bull market. You called it January 1st. Well, we are day 290 into calling the bull market. And if you do the math, January 1st was the first day. Keep that secret. Hex killing, says NW. Is it? Silver's pumping. Silver like hit a new low last month, maybe? Is it back up? I'll take a peek. Soul's up. That's right. What's up, Air Jordan? Stephen Young. Who did I miss? Life of a 40-something. Feel that, bro. I'm not 40, but I feel that. NBF Forum. What's up, man? Nikolay Dmitriev. No BS token. Oh, no, Y2K. What's up, brother? Old Rounder, bro. Pelagic 6. Popcoin. R. Jones. Rory the Rolling Robot. One of my faves. Ryan C. I think I got it. Vasmy. Vamsy. My bad. Vamsy. How you doing? It's Autopilot. Oh, yeah. Justin Money. If I missed you. Frosted Flake. Fujata Blues. Hassa Face. Hi Toshi. You also miss. That's probably good. I got most of the people. Not personal if I missed you, man. Not personal. Thomas Algorand dead. Did not look good when we looked at it last time. Nervous about the pump. 50%. I like that. Isn't that interesting? We have 71% of us looking for above 31K or new yearly high. But then 50% of us are nervous about the pump. I like that. Makes me feel much better. Air Jordan, $50 super chat. Check Vegas Inu token. Now I'll look it up on CoinGecko. Vegas Inu? Is it Vegas Eno? Or Vegas Inu? You say Inu, but I don't see it. I guess CoinMarketCap? Wait. Vegas Eno. I can only find Vegas Eno. INO, not INO. What? What's the ticker, dude? Vegas Eno? I don't see it on CoinMarketCap either. I can't look at it if it doesn't have a thing. Like, what? I'm not sure what I would look at. What's up, Randy? How you doing, bro? BTC God Candle coming? I hope so. I hope so. Can I take a look at XRP? Yeah. All right. So here's the charts we have pulled up in order. And there's probably not going to be a lot on some of them. We got Link making moves. We did go over it a little bit. Render token making moves as well. Take a peek in more in depth in just a second. Tron, TRX. Right into that resistance zone. Interesting. A lot of coins are just right up against major resistance, and it's very spicy. It's a very nervous time, though. It's like you made these moves, and it's exciting, especially after so much sideways boring and pain, and then you move up. But now you're right at these levels where it's like kind of free for these coins to move up. It's not actually free, but like free in the sense of market makers can really easily push them to these resistances because all the orders are really sitting right there. And it's like, you don't know. Are they just going to let it rip, or are they going to bring it back down and just sweep that liquidity? XRP, I've had the same opinion for so long. Since mid-August on XRP. We'll take a deeper look. Cass is on here. We probably need like one more. Once Link starts pumping. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, man. What's up, Pepito? What's Pepito saying? Where's Pepito? Where's my Pepito? You just want Bitcoin to get at 29 because you opened a short. It's supposed to go down, but it keeps pumping. How is it supposed to go down? Share your insights so we can learn. Should you buy more Bitcoin or wait, Pampool? I can't give you financial advice. Everyone is in a different financial situation. Everyone in a different risk tolerance, a different point in their life. And I don't legally can't give you financial advice, but I will say what worked for me. I've been in crypto going up on 8 years now, is DCAing Bitcoin. I did make some big purchases in the beginning, kind of big, like $1,000 in the beginning. And I will say that that did not help me invest. Big purchases really just sink more emotion and stress into it. Whereas DCAing, buying regardless of the price on a schedule, for me worked incredibly well. And basically what I did is I would DCA anytime price was under my cost average every month or whatever. And then when price went above my cost average, I DCA'd profits slowly until I basically had a zero cost average on Bitcoin. So up to you. Up to you. I can just share that. That's it. Every Inu token is a scam, says Mohammed Jafari. Could be. Algorand worries you. We'll look at Algorand. I'll pull up Algorand. We'll jump into some charts, but I like to interact with you guys, especially because Bitcoin stopped. And I feel like if I don't pay attention to it, it will move again. Oh no, I like that one. What's up, Cole Crypto? Hope everyone's well. Hope you're well. Opening long-term shorts now, Crypto Doc. Where you opening? What's up, baby G? Did that Vegas Inu guy ever say anything? Air Jordan? I couldn't find it. No, I think he just super chatted. Didn't say anything else. Follow up, bro. I don't know where to find it. It's not CoinMarketCap. It's not on CoinGecko. 48% still nervous. Are Femex futures allowed in the U.S.? Well, Ryan, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. What I do know is that I've had no issues as a person in the U.S. using it. I really can't comment past that other than follow the laws in your local jurisdictions wherever you are in the world. Don't break the law. It's on you. There's no KYC. There's no geofence on Femex. If you're looking for a new exchange, because I know BitGet recently did KYC Bybit a few months ago. Pinned to the top of the chat is my second ever long form video, and it is a fair review of 3 exchanges. I'm going to make more. They're not the only 3 exchanges in the world. I'd like to do more, but you can't do it all in one video. But give that a watch. It's a great video, in my opinion. Checking Sand Diaz. Dot. I think we've had 2 people ask for Dot. Man, he paid 450 Vegas. He knew what? I don't understand. He didn't say anything after. I don't know where to find it. Tom, is Bitcoin just fond of spanking those bears? Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. The one thing Bitcoin has done in its history is spanked the bears. It spends a lot of its time kind of building, like gaslighting the bears, building them up. And then it has always in its history just spanked them. What's up, FUD Expert? How are you feeling it? Are you feeling it, FUD Expert? Are you feeling the chirp? How? Femex told you that you could KYC in your state if you wanted to, not legal advice. So you can. I will say you absolutely can KYC on Femex. And, I mean, that's how you get bigger withdrawal limits, stuff like that. But it is not required. There you go. That's all I'll say. Savvy told you 3K. Well, Savvy also told us 3K after March of 2020. So it might still happen. Who knows? I don't think it will ever happen. I don't think Bitcoin will ever trade below 10,000, honestly. But that's my own opinion. I've been wrong before. Loading name, you got to go to bed. 1 a.m. Go to bed, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Relief, number 222 like. Nice. Pepito, at the same time, please look at this totally useless meme coin. Yeah, right. Reynolds, heavy duty. Do you use the TTM squeeze indicator? I don't not. What is that, Reynolds? You took a short. Get ready for the pump. Thank you, Wrecked Day Trader. We appreciate your sacrifice for all of us to profit. It's Draco, Tomers. I don't know what that is. What's Draco? What is that? Hey, Tom, remember the OGs? Oh, God. I do. I miss it. I really miss the culture that I was born into the crypto realm with, because it's pretty much gone. I've tried to keep it, but everyone's just so freaking gaslit. So freaking gaslit. I shouldn't buy Bitcoin because it doesn't go up enough. All right, dude. Sure. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You've been parroting that for your entire crypto career, and you're not willing to change your mind. Okay. Dex Tools, Vegas Inu. Not gonna lie, bro. I still don't see it. I typed in Dex Tools, Vegas Inu. Nothing. Here's what happens when I do it. I see Vegas Eno. I don't think your coin exists, bro. Unless it's Vegas Eno. I don't think it exists. I don't know. Almost 500 watching. Hells to the yeah, fam. Hells yeah. See, that's what happens when you engage the stream. I like it. What up, bro? Dano Crypto. Waiting on hundreds of altcoin requests you're going to get in the stream. Yeah. Yeah. They're brutal. Do you DCA Litecoin? Not anymore, but I did for a long time. I didn't really DCA it as much. That was more of like I tried to trade it. You know what, loading name? That's an awesome comment that I actually was thinking of the other day. I'll share it. So I couldn't figure out a way to word it right, but basically, all right, you could choose to be a bear or a bull. Bears, the absolute best possible outcome is minus 100% for a true bear, right? Which is not even really a thing, but for like a true bear, this is a concept. Minus 100%. For bulls, there is no maximum. There's no cap. Things can, in theory, go up forever. I won't say bet on it, but they can. but things can only go down to zero, to no value. So if you think about that as a risk to reward on a trade, that the risk is, well, maybe goes to zero. The upside can be anything. Yeah, I didn't have the right way to word it, but the upside always can outshine the downside. Well, and I'm saying this, but I truly only believe that about Bitcoin. I don't believe that about every coin, so be careful. The shitcoin Rimi TUSDT, probably not. I don't want to analyze anything. Quicker says 500 watching with only 250 likes. Yeah. I mean, there's some people riding the coattails of others out there. Don't be that guy. Street City West, you became a YouTube partner while rocking shades in your videos. Good for you, brother. Good for you. What do you make? What do you make? I'll have to check you out someday. Let's see. All right, we'll get to these charts unless we got some more interestings. What do I think of Hex? You know what? I'll pull up Hex. I am not a fan of Hex. Hex's relationship with me is similar to XRP's. At one point, I thought they were the worst thing ever. Now, I don't know. For like the course, out of all the bad things in the space, they don't seem the worst. I still don't like them. Still don't love them. But whatever. Honestly, the only thing that ever really bothered me about Hex is the people who, the community. It's just not nice. It's like Bitcoin maxis. It's like, dude, why? That's a hell of a weekly candle. 173% for Hex. After dropping 72% since July. I don't know. We'll take a look at it. Don't need this. Hex and Pepe community. I don't know. You're trying a super chat about Hex. Thanks for answering. Yeah. No worries. Terrific Ripple news. Looking at the chart. Sol. We have Sol up. So I'll go through some of these. Guys, I will remind you, I'm not ever ignoring the chat. But when I'm doing analysis, I don't have the bandwidth to read the chat and do in-depth analysis. So forgive me, please. Forgive me. Let me rip through at least one of these. I'll try to like do one and then go to another chart. Well, we had an awesome freaking long on render. I remember this because I went on the Paul Barron network when it was at like, I don't know, like 60 cents and said it was going to 225. Money in the bank, 300% gain on that thing. Let's clean up a little bit here. Clean up a little bit. Good. On the week, I guess last time we looked at this, we were looking for a long at 172. That seems pretty solid. Upside target again, just under 225. Doesn't mean it has to stop there, but I just think it's a high probability for this trade to hit into the zone. The 618's 211. So if you're a little bit more conservative, maybe 211 is your target. Let's see this month. Yeah. Monthly double bottom, 135. Monthly resistance, 250. Yeah, 225 still looking at 225. I think this trade's legit. Wow, that was really good, actually. Daily looking strong. Higher highs on momentum. Higher highs on money flow. VWAP a little concerning. A little bit. But I'd be hard-pressed to not see it return to 225. Honestly. Just got a solid little setup here on the day. Like head and shoulders-y pattern when the chart's inverted. Reaching back down. Yeah. No. The short term, though, really short term hourly, I don't like this. I don't like this ascending channel on the hourly, but that likely is just something like this. Break down back to the trend. Come back up. Don't love that. I don't hate it. I'm still looking for 225 on render. We'll look at Solana more in depth next. Let me refresh the chat, see if I can dual task a little better. Really quick, guys, join the Discord. Join thousands of experienced crypto traders talking 24/7 in there. It's a good time. Our community has been growing, and it's awesome to watch. So jump in there. You'll get free Bitcoin, airdrop sats and everybody after every live stream, and it's the best way to keep up with our streams in general. YouTube doesn't always give you alerts. We're going to jump into Sol next. Let me see. Wait, anything interesting put into the chat? Go big. I don't know what that's for. What's up, Francisco Perez? Jacob Sheldon's looking at Cosmos. Has it moved? Johnny, how dare you? How dare you, sir? Crypto Mel XLM. Haven't said that. What did I say about XLM? I'm willing to. I'll bite. I'll bite on the XLM. Let me see. Actually, not bad. That's not bad. Well, we're gonna do. I said I was gonna do Solana. So I'll look at XLM here quick. Then we'll go to Solana. Then we'll go to Link again. We'll rehash Link. XLM starting to look good. Starting to look good. We're seeing one. We saw our lowest point in money flow so far. We saw our lows come up, or we'll say our highs come up, breaking past October 4th. Just to kind of really quickly maybe give you a better idea of what I'm saying here. We had a high into a swing low, into a lower low. Now we've broken that low, set a higher low, broken it again, and this is on the day. So the daily, that is usually what we look for it to roll over, meaning from going from negative money flow, money leaving the market in this pair, to entering the market in this pair. And if we look at the top side here, momentum has been hard pressed to really remain positive, but VWAP showing us some pretty bullish signs with two higher highs right there, and our rolling over signal. That does look pretty clear. That looks pretty good. We haven't seen this run quite like the others. These candles look nice, but this is a 4% candle, a 0.1, and a 3%. So where might we look for that to run to if the rest of the market continues and XLM follows? Maybe 15 cents, a nice psychological level. That was August's open, July's close, as it pushed up to that 20-cent resistance. We followed that pretty closely back then. Go back to the go to the week. I like that. You have an order block here on the weekly on XLM for July. Order block right here. This green, red, green break up. You hit resistance. You came back down. Now the retracement's a little sketchy. As you've almost retraced the entire thing. You haven't hit the bottom of that order block, which is just under 10 cents, but it's not a terrible place to look to bounce. Not terrible. Momentum potentially on a good close this week, waning for the first time in a few weeks. Conservative target. If XLM follows the rest of the market, it looks pretty good. I'd say 13 cents in this weekly resistance. That's a nice 20% gain. As high as 15. Look pretty good. Would look pretty good. Right around that 618 retracement, 15 cents. I'd front run 15 personally. There you go. We're going to do Solana next and actually look at it. I do have DOT pulled up, but it doesn't look great. What we need is love. That's all we need, baby. Rep V2. I don't know what that is. 48 cents. Bong rippin' Scotty Pippen. What's up, salty dog? Wisdom A. Scalp. Always putting your stops in profit. Love the pump. Take profits. Those are some nice words, Wisdom A. What do you do, though? If you open a trade and the trade goes against you, how do you put your stop in profit? If you can figure that out, let's go into business together, baby. You pay $3.50 to review Ergo chart. I mean, $3.50 is always appreciated. What is up, Dano Crypto Vanilla? Render, steak, what? They smell good. What? 24 Crypto Sharknado is advertising 24/7 feet in the Discord. You'll follow up with him. He's got it for you. Seen Silver's cup and handle. All right, we'll look at Sol, then Link briefly. Then I do want to look at Silver because multiple people have said Silver's making moves. So let's rehash Link, even though I'm a fail right now. We did look at Sol and Link, but just because it's what people are looking at. Solana has looked pretty solid for a while. We've hit a bunch of longs on it here on the way up. And I will say, I don't think, though I did think these were the times to go long, and even here, I don't think this is the time to go long. Sure, there's always a possibility it rips up past 32.30. That'd be July's high and just rockets. I mean, if it breaks 32.30, I'd probably be looking for close to $50. However, that's a rough bet. We're at 29.30. We have resistance at 32.30. That's not a big upside with a potential much larger downside. I would say looking for downside, $25. Probably not a bad spot to look to enter. I'd say better than 29. But when you push up like this, it is it's buying an upwards knife. Instead of, usually we say a knife is when things are dropping. It's an upwards knife. You could get burned or cut pretty rough here. Solana does look good. Even on like the 4 hour here, that looks pretty good. On the 1 hour, looks pretty good. 12 hour looks pretty good. RSI highs are coming up. We can see that down here with price highs. That's solid. I just could not recommend someone to go long at 29 after, let's see, 3 days, 26% pump. It might work out for you, but that's just not my style of trading. But if you don't care, which is what we find often, here's some hopium for you. You've moved past your golden retracement, your 618. That was at 25 something. Your 786, your deep retracement, also passed. A close on the daily above that does signal pretty strongly that it wants 3230. I'd be more comfortable with a short, but I say that and I'm not comfortable with that trade. I'm not going to take it. If we zoom out on Solana, it does have reason to be bullish on it, which is odd. Not odd, but odd to me. We do have reason. Since January 2nd, almost the first day of the year, we have been in what is a flat top descending low pattern on, and in crypto, in my experience, that's one of the highest probability freaking patterns we can see. We usually see these things play out very similarly. Basically, that flat top gets broken, and I inverted the chart, so it looks like a dump. A lot of people have an easier time seeing dumps than pumps. There you go. What I would probably expect in that scenario, probably not this perfectly, but let's say 3230, back to that 25, reject, something like that. That would look very good. Patience is your friend. Patience is definitely your friend. Man, there's so many charts here. If I keep reading chat, I'm just gonna keep pulling out more charts, and I'm never gonna finish them. Tron was in that pattern, and I like this chart because it's one of the few examples I can find where it didn't play out. You had your highs coming down, you had a relatively flat bottom. Tron beat the odds, just started trending up, breaking highs. Now it's back at this resistance, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty darn good, honestly. Just climbing steadily with money flow. Really just not giving an F. Not giving any Fs. We were looking for a long, but it did not fill. If Tron does break to the upside, 10 cents is the most immediate target I would look for. It's your 618 retracement. It's a psychological level. It would be a good target. Currently at 9 cents, that's only a 10% upside. That's a little rough. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tron do some big things in the next bull market. I'm not like a Tron bull, honestly. I don't really love Justin Sun, but I use Tron. I use TRC20 more than any other chain to send USDT. And I know I'm not alone. A lot of people do. So it doesn't mean we're necessarily buying lots of Tron, but it does mean that people are using the network, which is something you really can't say to the same degree about most things. So Tron's looking all right. Tron's looking all right. Silver. I kind of thought this would happen. So silver did hit and held, for now, a higher low again. But it's not too exciting to me yet. I need to see silver up at these monthly highs. If you look at gold, it's like basically at the all-time high. It's approaching or holding very close. At least it's monthly all-time highs, let's say. Whereas silver down here. Will silver follow? Probably. If gold breaks out. But we have seen gold. We have seen gold hit this level and bounce back down so many times. I'm not going to get excited until we get a little bit closer. If you look at silver, we're still not even back to where September opened. Though I will say, this is a nice little bounce. It's a nice little bounce. It could turn into something more, for sure. Holding those higher lows after breaking a higher high. But I'm not ready to get bullish on it yet. Really quick, Algorand. People want to look at Algorand. Is it dead? I don't think it's dead, but I'm kind of bearish on Algorand. I'd say to like 5 cents. It could definitely prove me wrong. I'd like to see trading above 12 cents, preferably above 15 to prove me wrong. But you can see this short we entered live on the trade here. Live on the stream, still playing out. The bottom of this structure, this is a little wackier. I won't say this is a flat bottom descending low type thing, although I can probably, if I pull it back to June's low, starts to look like this. Starts to look like this. Yeah, I just can't be bullish on it yet. I can't. I'm still looking for that short. Sorry, Algo. 5 cents, though. I might look to scoop some up myself if it hits 5 cents. Dot. Not great. Dot did move on down to the lowest point of any kind of efficient price action from 2020. That's $3.50. Could hold here. RSI has divergence on the week. Market Cypher B does not look great. I just think that Dot is, for me, the risk to reward isn't there. It's not there. It might be there at $2, but for me, a 50%-ish drop when we have many other charts that just look stronger is not the play. Not the play in my mind. I'm not going to touch it unless we see $2. Maybe I will. Let's see what else is here. XRP, there's really not a lot to say. We've been waiting on just this forever. Just higher lows. Again, the triangle tool has been very valuable in this stream because we see so much of it here. Lows coming up, pretty flat top. I think XRP does hit. I think it hits 61.8 cents, something in this area. Right below this potential support that broke off of the Torres ruling, returning to there, that 61 cent mark, very likely. If it rejects there, likely coming on back down to like 54. But I don't have much to update. Until it breaks that flat top pattern here, it's really just doing this squiggly. It's bullish, though. I mean, that's a bullish thing if you're watching it. I just have watched XRP for many years, and for some reason, it just seems to trap traders more than other coins. It gets these pumps that get sold off. It holds its low, but then it just chills there till people quit and then take the loss, and then it moves eventually. I will say on the day, still looking very good. This daily looks to roll over. You have a higher low in momentum, higher high in momentum, RSI coming up, and money flow is imminently looking to roll into positive. Even the weekly not looking terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks bullish. I just don't really have any more update on it. It needs to do something. And until then, it's just range bound, which isn't the worst. At least it's not sinking to lower lows like a lot of the charts we peaked at today. All right, I did a bunch of them. I think we'll look at CAS. Close some of these up. Look at CAS. We'll look at HEX. And a few more here. I'm going to tidy this spot up. I'm going to read the chat, though, because I told you guys before I started getting into those charts, I can't do both. Cannot do both. XRP is waiting for Bitcoin. Everything's waiting for Bitcoin. That's what I think. Doge. Have you looked at Link? We looked at Link twice. We looked at it twice today. That's insane. What's insane? Cardano, Gabriel? ADA does not look good. Again, one of the charts that I'm like not looking at super often until it does something. This is not ADA. Yeah, this is ADA. Yeah. No update. It's getting close. It did tap a high that it had previously tapped. I need to see it move. Like, this is not a good setup unless it starts breaking some highs. If it breaks some highs, then I can change my mind. But you do have very strong resistance in this 30 cent area. If it can get up into there, back into this like 31 to 41 range it traded in for a very long time at the beginning of this year, I'll feel a little better. But for now, it does not look super great on the short term. That does not mean much, though. Short term rarely reflects the long term. If you look at the retracement of its low to its all-time high, it is at a pretty spicy level. It is a spicy level. I'm unfortunately not a buyer of ADA unless we see maybe 12 cents. Down here at the previous bear market rejection levels, I'd be more tempted. I do own ADA, though, so that's part of my decision there. I just need to see coins break highs. If they're tapping the same low, if they're tapping the same support over and over again, gotta see them break highs before I can get into them. BTC's waiting for BTC. Now that's high IQ, my friend. With 410 votes, 50% of us are a little nervous about this pump. 32 neutral, 20% euphoric. I like that. That's contrasting to the poll at the beginning of the stream where 73% of us or something were looking for a break of 31K. And that reminds me, I should probably check back in on the corn. Right? The long entry not looking the worst. Did not hit the probably better entry. Right back to the 618 and it stopped. Jeez. It doesn't like moving when I'm live. I went live like right here. And it's just coiling up. But I like potentially what's going on here. I like this potentially. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. I do like this. This is very zoomed in. This is on the 1 minute. Would not get excited about the 1 minute. But as long as this low pattern, this higher low pattern holds, if we come back up to that 30.2, I think it's looking to break to the upside, basically. Can see it tap 30.2 again, come back down, do whatever, come back up. Each time price is hit, it is weakened as resistance or support. S&P looking very bearish. Yeah, it is. Yeah, we might have shorted the top on the S&P here. Well, the top. We might have made the play. Wow. We might. This might be one of my best trades of all time. Wow. S&P back to early October's low after literally retracing, filling that gap, like 99% of it, and then falling back down for a lower high. Breaking that low looks like Garbaggio. Targeting 41, maybe 40. 4,100 or 40. 4K. Let's see. Yeah, that looks like shite. We looked for the short at 4,300. Now at 42. It's a nice little 3% short gain there. Oh, yeah. I don't know about that anymore. What do you know? Can we please see 31K this live? I did talk to Satoshi earlier. We have 420 viewers exactly. If we get 420 likes right now, Satoshi said he'll pump it. Not financial advice. I got a line. Got it just like I have a red phone and it calls Satoshi. Calls him direct. I don't know who picks up though. But it's definitely not made up. Yes, it is. Gala looking like hot garbage. Oh yeah, I posted this on, what was it? Thursday we had the Chirpow speech at the New York Economic Forum, and I posted this little cat. I think it got rid of my picture though. Why? It did. One sec. I'll have to grab that picture. Boom, boom. Here we go. Posted this to Twitter to you guys live. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty nice. That's pretty classic. Now at the break of the high here, looking even more classic. Potentially entering phase E. Phase E. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this accurate? I think it looks hella accurate. Let me make this bigger. Yeah. You can see I have the lines here. There is one error that I did share with you guys when I made it. I'm not going to spend time on it, though. I think it's looking pretty good. I should share that on Twitter again. All right. The mayor of Townsville answers from the Powerpuff Girls. What is going on in the chat? If we lived it a Bitcoin city, would there be Bitcoin mazes where we could see the Bitcoins growing on stocks? Yes. Accurate. What's up, Zigzag? Bro, we got a W formation on Friday. That's abnormal. Typically, we see that formation on Sunday or Wednesday, Thursday. Typically, we see 3-level rise following the W, but that means we could see... God, you're holding us in suspense, Zigzag. What's up, Nick M? Do I know Crown with a K? I do. I mean, I know of him. I've never met him. Seems like a nice dude. One of the content creators out there who I don't think is scammy, shady. Put the wick off from the March highs and reveal a pattern in this case with 3 drives to a high. So this is zoomed in here to this August to today, and I think it fits. But I think there's an argument of a bigger one, of an even bigger pattern, and I think that pattern would encompass pretty much all of this price action. How did that happen? Okay. With your SC, your ST in phase B, you're kind of lows under your PS over here. And then the SOS, though, then has to be taken as like this whole formation, which is something that I maybe have a gripe with because maybe it just isn't as clean as I'd like it to be. But I think there's an argument there. with your ST, your SC, your AR. You don't have the higher high. That's okay. LPS, LPS, SOS would be, yeah. I don't know. I'm not really a huge Wyckoff believer, though. If this plays out, maybe I'll warm up to it more. I think it's totally valid in the process, the thought process of it. Like, you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low. You break that high so that you sweep liquidity to the upside. You drop down below the original low, sweeping liquidity to the bottom. And then you really just have stagnant price action for a long time that eventually resolves into like a spring up into a bull flag that continues. I just think that this fits really well and looks cool. So, yeah, just want to share that. So we trick-or-treating at the Citadel. That's probably going to be next year or the year after. In order to shorten crypto, do you need a certain amount of money? No. No, you do not, Williest. Nope. I'm sure exchanges have minimums. I don't think they'll let you short 1 penny, but you certainly, on any exchange I've ever used, I don't think there's like a meaningful limit size. I think you could do like $1. Might even be able to do pennies. I don't know. These faces are tricky. Yeah, to not miss. And that's like kind of the validity I give to Wyckoff is the pattern. It doesn't have to happen every time, but it's characteristic of bottoms and tops where they're very difficult to have a good entry. So if you look at this accumulation schematic, and there are others, but if you look at it, the only like perfect entry here is the ST in phase B, is the lowest point. And that's right after you get an incredibly bearish signal of breaking your low after having a higher high. So it's like, where do you enter then? You have this sideways meandering stuff where if you ordered in long, you're really already missed half the move, and the SOS moves up and then starts kind of convincing you maybe the high isn't coming. Like it has validity in a psychological, I'll say, sense or value. I think that that's legitimate. Bitcoin not doing anything. Can you short a penny on MEXC? I don't know. We probably can short like $1. I don't know. I've never tried. There's really no point of shorting a penny. At 100x, you're just shorting $1. MEXC requires $5 for a spot. You can short a penny in futures. There you go. There's your answer. There's your answer. MEXC is one of the 3 in the video pinned to the top of the chat in my fair review. I think it's it's not my favorite exchange, but it is an exchange that has value that is more unique to it than others, and you can find out in the video pinned to the top of the chat. There's my link, tomcrown.io/MEXC if you want to sign up. Your shorts are getting crushed? It happens. Gonna hold price well the range. Yeah, I mean it fits what I would do as a market maker. Short and long at your own risk, absolutely. You do not need to use leverage. Leverage is extremely risky. Most of my trades in my career have been spot. All right, well, Bitcoin is being boring. We looked at a bunch of charts. I know we didn't get to some. Cass is looking good. We placed this earlier in October, long from 42. Really, I'm only looking for like 53 cents on it. That was a nice almost 4-to-1, 23% upside. My concern is this, if we zoom out on Cass, is that these highs have really not differentiated from each other. They're slightly higher. Lows are coming up too, but what that looks like is a giant ascending triangle, which usually we see resolved to the downside. So unless Cass really picks up steam and can blast up to like 9.5 cents, maybe coming back down to test that and move higher, it's probably falling victim to this pattern. But I feel pretty good about 53 from 42. And so far, so good on there. Yeah, you see our RSI highs just continue to fall since April of 23. Despite price putting in higher highs, RSI has not been able to get a higher high. And that lines up with what I said. If it's able to blast to 9.5 or 10 cents, you're likely going to see RSI get very overextended, and it will eliminate that bearish divergence threat. But at the moment, it's not there. I don't know if I feel it. I didn't do much on ADA because I'm not excited about it, but I'll put an alert here because ADA is right up against resistance. I think the major thing to pay attention to today, guys, is be aware that many coins are pumping, and look for the coins maybe that you believe in that haven't yet. Don't get carried away with the FOMO. A lot of these coins are pushing up to resistance and kind of hanging out there, and that is really baity for people to go long. They see it moved up, but I'll tell you, you probably missed the move. In my experience, you've missed the move. Do I even want to look at Hex? Could look worse. Could look worse. Doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible, I say that, but it's like 99.9% down from like a year ago. I think it's going to have trouble at 1.8 cents. If it makes it there, I think it'll have trouble at 1.8. 0.5 retrace, yeah. Yeah, mind you, Hex traded at 58 cents in 21, at the end of 21. It traded at 0.0028 cents a week ago. That is minus 99.5%. It's moved 200% to the upside roughly since it's low. That's great. But you got to put that in perspective. A 200% move after a 99.5% drop is not really that crazy. What you have is total capitulation, basically, of orders down here. And now the order book is just pretty cleared up. It's very easy for market makers to push price back up, but they run into the issue of actual resistance. If they push into actual resistance, they actually have to buy more of the asset as opposed to kind of manipulating the order books. And that's where it's going to have trouble. If it can get through there, good for it. Could put in some real gains. But after that kind of drop, that rally is pretty expected, honestly. And dangerous. Dangerous. Just be careful. Be careful. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum's really being lackluster too. Roll Bitcoin moving to like 20 cents. Yep. Moons, my precious moons. EGLD looking actually pretty good. Interesting. Needs to break a high, but on low time frames, that looks pretty good. Lows coming up. Your top's relatively flat. These wicks are actually a little threatening. I'd prefer them not to be there. CRV boring. AVAX still boring. GLMR, I didn't remember when we looked at this, but that long looks pretty good. ATOR, huh? ATOR broke higher from our previous stream, closed above $1, maybe $1.20. $1.20 looks pretty good. All right, let's see. Make sure you subscribed. I don't know if I shouted anyone out for subscribing today. Hopefully you guys did. My apologies. I do see Nick M subscribed, Dream Tanks, Roberto Minano. I don't think that's all of them. We'll be live again, guys. We're live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Usually. Today was a spicy stream. Make sure you subscribe, join the Discord, sign up with Femex, watch the video pinned to the top of the chat. Make your own choice if Femex is the right one for you. And I will catch you guys soon. Crown out. Love you, fam.